right, here we go. Here we go. What up, Couch Gang, Hip Hop Crimies and Crimettes? Welcome back to another episode of Couch Conversations. I'm your host, Uncle Bito. So if you know, you know. If you don't, hit the button below. Subscribe for vibes and not validation. We have a special guest here today. This brother is a legend in the game, a Bronx legend, a cerebral battle MC, songwriter, dope lyricist, and a teacher of lyricism. This brother is a former double XL freshman cover artist, and most recently the man who started the plague of 2026. This brother has got to be the candidate for Cody or Body of the Year, even though he may think Eminem can low-key CJ in the verses. I disagree, but we're going to get to the bottom of that. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Mickey Facts, man. How we doing today, man? How we doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm chilling. What's up?
Not much, man. Not much, man. I mean, I see there's a lot of stuff going on out here, and it's been real active in the battle rap streets, man. Y'all been real active out here, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But for starters, man, I just wanted to ask a little bit about you, man. I wanted to just ask kind of what got you into rapping, man. What was your first rap name before Mickey Facts?
Big Daddy Kane got me into rapping, man. Seeing him was like seeing a superhero on television. Um, so it was really him. And then my first name was Renegade.
Okay, okay. That's dope. That's dope. Now I know a lot of people usually go through a lot of trials and tribulations with their names. Did you ride with Renegade for a little bit, and what made you settle on Mickey Facts?
I was Renegade from 1998 till about 2005. It's about 7 years. I just chose it because it was an easy name to rhyme with.
Okay, okay.
I could rhyme like shade, grenade, lemonade, stain, plain, brave. I could do all kind of things with renegade. So I was like, I'm gonna just call myself that, not knowing what the meaning behind the word was. I just chose it because it was easy to rhyme with. And then I went and shifted my name because I was like, I can't. If I won a Grammy, they'd be like, to the stage, renegade. Like this doesn't make sense. So
Word.
I went with the name Mickey Facts.
Okay, okay. And it's funny, like Mickey Facts, man, it's like people played that name in the battles that you recently had too. So do you feel like that gave people an edge in writing against you if you ever battled and you just said, fuck it, like, I don't care about that part. Mickey Facts just works.
I mean, I knew people was gonna correlate the name with Disney.
Yeah.
I didn't get it from Disney. I got it from Natural Born Killers, Mickey and Mallory.
Okay.
Um, so, I treat Mallory like hip hop, and I'm Mickey. Then Mickey do whatever for Mallory. And people think that it's about, Disney. It's not about Disney, man. It's about Natural Born Killers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then facts is all I talk about.
Dope, dope. Also, do you remember your first rap cassette or vinyl? I may age you a little bit, but what impact did that have on you when you first purchased your first rap CD or album?
First project I purchased was Into the 36 Chambers,
Okay.
the tape, Wu Tang. I purchased that sometime back in like 93, maybe 94.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of money I had, I copped that tape and I played that tape to death. These kids nowadays, they have all of this music at their fingertips, man. I ran that tape into the ground. I was a big fan of Method Man and ODB.
Okay.
I was about 11 years old, maybe 12 years old. So, you know, it was how ODB and Meth was rhyming that I was really kind of like into. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. Now I can dig that because it's funny how you said 11, 12 years old, and I feel like everybody really around that age range gets into rap music or finally purchases a CD. Like my first rap album was Master P: The Last Dawn and DMX's Dark as Hell Is Hot, and kind of like you, I played those tapes to the ground, A side and B side. Like I can't repeat that because we got streams and everything, but those was heavily influenced and impacted my sound for hip hop. But I would say when I first listened to rap, like my first rap song was Onyx. Slam was the first one I can really recall hearing, and Diggable Planets, I'm Cool Like That, which I think they recently did a live performance with that too. Do you remember the first song you heard that made you be like, I fuck with rap?
Ain't No Half Stepping, Big Daddy Kane.
Okay, Big Daddy Kane. Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the first record for me.
Okay.
That was it. That I'm pretty sure I heard other records before that, but that was the one.
Yeah. It's funny. We all remember those ones too, man. That's dope. That's dope. Now, I know you said Big Daddy Kane was the first artist that got you into rap. Now, did he influence your sound as well too? Did he influence your flow and your cadence? Is there somebody that kind of influenced that as well, or nah?
Nah. Kane is the entry point for me. He's the entry point. He is like the guy that I look to and was like, yo, this is whatever he's doing, this is fly. I want to dance. I want to knock niggas out in the boxing ring. I want to fly high top fade. I want jewelry. I want to dance. You know, I want. He was that.
Right.
In terms of who influenced my sound was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Really?
Yep, yep. Bone Thugs. They were the first MCs that I kind of like attempted to kind of like you know, recite and rhyme like it was them.
Okay. I wouldn't have taken that from listening to you. I wouldn't have taken Bone Thugs at all. I would have took like a Rakim or something like that.
Oh no! It was Bone Thugs because you know if for any MC, any fan, me saying Bone Thugs, you could kind of see why because it's like they were the first group or MCs that I kind of recited and listened to. So if I could rhyme fast and rhyme in that tempo, I can do anything. So that was they were my entry point into writing. They were my entry point into harmonizing. They were my entry point
Okay.
into doing a whole bunch of different multis. You know, it was them. It was them, and so that's why when you hear me do like a false foe and then turn around and do solid, it's like, wait, what? How can you do that? Like a lot of lyricists can't do a lot of the stuff that I can do, mainly because they're not trained with that. When you think Rakim, respect to Rakim, super legend OG, Rakim has a monotone vocal pattern, and a lot of what he does is like this. This is what you're getting.
Right.
You do not know what you're getting when a Mickey Fax. When a track comes on, you don't know what's gonna happen. You just don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what to expect. You don't know. You just don't know. Um, if I like the beat, if it's double time, if it's triple time, if it's super speed, if it's regular BPM, if it's like a Bink style, if it's trap, you literally don't know because I can do it all, and a lot of that is because of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay, and I respect that because their versatility is crazy. So that makes a whole lot of sense. That definitely makes a whole lot more sense. What was your defining moment, or like how long was you rapping before you decided to take it serious? Like, what was the moment that made you be like, I'm gonna really take this serious? Was it like a battle? Was it a record that you got into? Was it a cipher? Like, what was that defining moment for you?
I think it was so Missy was trying to sign me in 2002.
Okay.
So that was when I was really trying to take it seriously. We had some shaky management, me and my mans at the time. So the management was trying to do some snake shit, and they fucked up the deal. But
Mm.
you know, I was I was taking it seriously as far as '02, and I was only rhyming for 4 years at that point, like
Okay.
1998 to about 2002. I had a deal on the table already. Like literally, I had a deal on the table. And me and Missy spoke about it about 5 years ago. And she, I thanked her. I was like, like you was ahead of the curve. You was about to sign me, before the Lupes and all of that. I wanted to be with Missy because she was different,
Her
and
versatility was
she was
crazy.
her versatility, her production. So I already knew what type of time it was gonna be. It just didn't happen.
Now, kind of just piggybacking off of that, did you find yourself now with that happening? Was there like a struggle of trying to get your music out there after the fact? Did you find, like, what did you find or learn after that? Like, navigating through the business?
Well, in 2002, you got to remember like this. I think people think it's easier now to kind of get your name out there.
Yeah.
But in 2002, I remember when I didn't sign with that manager to get me to deal with Missy. I remember I remember people telling me you only get one shot. This is it. Like if you don't do this,
Hmm.
you'll never get on. Like that was what I was told
Right.
because there was no other entry points.
The lanes was
Like
different.
yeah, like like if you didn't sign that deal and there wasn't no bidding war, it was damn near impossible for you to get another scenario or situation because the word would go around the industry.
Right.
So like it was it was told to me by family members, by friends, by wise people that I messed up by not
Right.
signing with that manager. But I'm a very intelligent young man at the time. And I was just like, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't feel right. I don't feel like I'm making the right decision by doing this. And it turned out to be the right decision not signing with him.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And everything turned out for the better.
And that leads into kind of what I was going to ask you last, but since we in this part of the conversation, like what advice would you give to artists on the come up today, within being independent, considering the blog era and the social media era? Do you have any like recommendations there?
Consistency
Yeah.
beats talent. Consistency beats talent every single day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day of the week is you got to work hard.
Yeah.
Is this is a life that you want to live, you got to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might go 30 days and nobody hear none of your stuff. That 31st day is when it's going to hit.
Starts bubbling.
It might be 150 days. You just don't know. You got to be consistent. That's
Right.
it. Point blank period.
And do you, and to piggyback off of that as well, do you feel like they need to focus on just with consistency, but also focus on the fact of like worrying about maybe who's watching and not worry about the numbers as much? Because I feel like a lot of people focus on the numbers and how many view counts it gets and get discouraged by that. Would you say ignore that and focus on just getting your stuff out there?
Yeah, I mean, if you focus on the view count, man, you're going to drive yourself crazy because it's
100%.
never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's never going to be enough. You know, I'm kind of happy that I'm out of this space now with these battle rappers because they just cherish views.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they care about.
Right.
Forget what the person is saying. You don't got enough views to talk to me. It's like, what? But you engage with me. And now it's so you don't have the views. What are you talking about, bruh?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
When I you see this the thing, like when I drop, it might not get the millions of views, but the people that watch my shit shift culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They make
Yes,
shit
sir.
happen. So a person that sees my shit, I'd rather have a king watch my shit than a whole bunch of peasants, respectfully.
I agree with that
I
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I rather have music supervisors watch my shit than regular fans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have tastemakers watch my shit, stylists. Like I've always been the tastemaker guy. So like the tastemakers and the people in power is watching my shit
Yes.
along with some fans. So if somebody has if somebody has 1 million views on me and I only got 70,000 views, but that person with a million views is struggling and I'm out here getting all of the opportunities, who's actually
Who's really
winning?
winning? Exactly. Well
You know
said.
what I'm saying? I think I
Well
think
said
I
on
think
that.
I think I think that's been the story of my career since 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always doing something that nobody's ever done before.
Right.
Always.
Pushing the culture forward and being different is always a big factor in changing things for sure.
That's a fact.
Yes, sir. Um, Now going into battle rapping a little bit now. What do you prefer more, battle rapping songwriting or freestyling?
Songwriting, freestyling, and battling in that order.
Okay, okay. And why in that order?
Songwriting, I can talk about everything under the sun. Anything and everything I want, I can talk about it with songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Freestyling, the same thing. I can talk about any and anything and everything under the sun. Battling, I have to talk about one person.
Mm,
That is the most limiting thing in the universe to me as a writer, which is the reason why when I did the 7 Day Plague, I kind of talked about different facets of a person.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But songwriting and freestyling or going to like radio stations and ciphering, though it's a joy and a freeing moment that you can't get in battle rap, respectfully.
Right. And I agree with that 100%. And it's funny that you put it in that order because I feel like now we're going into the battle rapper things and rapping on wax. I feel like you and Jay Mills and Cassidy respectfully have all opened up a lane for battle rappers that usually are used to being on stage to now getting creative and making records and songwriting. And I feel like some of the artists are taking advantage of that opportunity, and I feel like some aren't. Why do you think certain artists aren't taking advantage of the moment that is being created right now, especially between you and Jay Mills, with being consistent, bringing the music videos and bringing the creative side of rapping on wax versus the stage?
They're slaves.
Mm.
They're
Slaves to the
slaves.
battle or slave to the game?
They're slaves to the deposits. Slaves to the deposit.
Mm.
That's the reality of the situation. It's the reality of it.
Right.
There's no reason why a battler sees J Mills. Not even me. It's not even about me. Because I only did it because somebody paid somebody. But there's no reason why a battler sees J Mills and doesn't see a bunch of money waiting for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just simple math.
Right.
Simple math. And the fact that they only want that upfront check so that they can rap in front of each other, they missing out on 5 revenue streams.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
And maybe 6. And the fact that that one check is all that they there for, the deposit and then the back end, it just lets you know that they are slaves to the battle rap space. They are slaves to it.
And does that also mean that there's a lack of love for the art now, and it's kind of going back to like you're just in it only for the money? Is that also what you're implying as well too? Because that's what it feels like when I see it myself as a fan.
I think a lot of it is like this. You got to look at it like the slam dunk contest. A lot of the celebrities, a lot of the big artists, the big players don't want to be in a slam dunk contest. They don't want to lose.
Ego. Ego and
It's a lot
pride.
of ego.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ego. And you know, when you and also the imperfections show in the studio. You know, the imperfections show in the studio, the same way the imperfections show on a stage, but on music it lives forever.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are doing the battles, and a shout out to the battles and the battle rappers. But some of that stuff is hidden now. It's hidden behind apps. It's hidden behind paywalls. So it's not even getting the viewership that they said that they say that they want. You want to, if you want the viewership, go on YouTube, find a beat, make a blog, diss J Mills, diss Cassidy. Don't diss me because I don't want to do any of that. and then drop your record and then rinse and repeat. And I don't understand it. You make money hand over fist. You make YouTube money. You make the Bandcamp money. You make the merch money. You make the distribution on DSP money.
Yep.
I don't like what
we doing?
What? What are we doing? What are we doing here? I it doesn't. They not using their brains, man.
And I'm glad you said that because I'm watching like, all right, as a guy like me, I'm not familiar with every artist in the battle scene, but if you dropping records and making music, you're gonna get fans, which like you said is gonna generate more revenue. You're gonna get monetized. Like you're gonna open up so much more if you drop music versus blog, because nobody really cares about what you gotta say as far as like if somebody's dissing you on record. We want to hear what you gotta say back on record.
Yeah, I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
we gotta wait 3 weeks for a battle.
That don't make no sense. With all these resources today, it should take you 48 hours to come up with a track and mix and master.
Yes.
And if you a battle
I,
MC, go ahead, go ahead.
I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. You know, like
Right.
let's take the plague for instance. I'm making the money off the YouTube views. So I'm making YouTube view money. I put it out on Bandcamp for pre-order for those who really wanted to get the music first. That's the second stream. The third stream is going to go on DSPs. So now people are going to be able to buy it there and stream it there. That's the third stream. The fourth stream is I publish the songs. So I get paid off the ASCAP and BMI. Well, the BMI really.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fourth stream. And I could have got a fifth stream if I would have did some merchandise. Why are they so comfortable with just getting an upfront check right in 3 rounds and then getting your back end when you're done? And then you got to live with the scrutiny of messing up and all of it. Respectfully, I could do all of that from this command center that I have here. I did 7 records. I spent maybe $1,000. If I told you how much money I'm going to make, it's going to sound like I'm a Mount Rushmore candidate getting a battle check.
And that's the thing other people ain't seeing, man. And it's funny because it's like like in these battles, I feel like people aren't using the momentum and the consistency aspect of it. Like you and Mills are using the momentum that you guys have and being consistent, and I don't see why these other guys aren't doing it. Like you're killing your own buzz. You kill your entire buzz that way.
Mm. Mm.
And then don't let it be lackluster, because that's another thing. The more anticipation usually means it's going to be lackluster, because now you're overhyping it and you're over ready and over seizing the moment. So
Right.
you know. Now I got a question too, man. Like getting into battling, man. Like what do you think are some key elements when battling? Like what do you think people should add into the approach when they're battling another artist?
On wax or on the stage?
On wax, on wax, on wax.
On wax, your style literally needs to be, you know, the most authentic and personable. Hold on for a second.
No doubt, no doubt.
Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? You need to be able to use your personality. You know, Mills's personality is aggression. So like all of the records are going to be up tempo. All of it is going to be in your face and, you know, visceral.
Yep.
That's his personality. Right. That's his personality. Cass is the never ending guy that raps. Like he'll rap you under the
10 tracks before you get one.
Right. But like not even 10 tracks. He'll give you a track with 100 bars on it. Or maybe you might get 150 bars on it. So he's that guy. He's gonna wear you down with just like sheer rapping. Whereas me, I'm psychological.
Yep.
So I want to torture you. I want to torture you with what's being said from all different facets. You don't know what's going to happen the very next day. You don't know what I'm going to talk about. Because I could take one thing and then expound upon that one thing and make it a whole thing. So I think when it comes to going on wax, you got to find what style best suits you and how to exploit that at every step of the way.
And why do you think when fans listen, because for Jay Mills in particular, like I feel like they target his rhyme pattern a little bit, right? They keep targeting it, but I'm always like, that's his style, and it's always about how you say it. It's about your production and your beats and everything. Do you think people are just not listening thoroughly to really understand what's going on, or are they just really fans of the set target that the artist is going at, and they're just being biased in that regard? Because I'm listening, I'm like, this guy is doing something very different versus what I've always heard for battle records.
Yeah, I think his approach is really just to be visceral and to disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is you know, the entire
Point of
the
dissing.
en- yes, is to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
And he's doing it at a high BPM. So like you getting hit with so many different things at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I just think people I just think people, some people like it, some people don't. It's
Yeah.
an acquired taste for certain people.
And it's weird because then people will like a track where somebody, like for a Verb, right? He dropped a track, but he wasn't direct. And I feel like whenever you're dropping a diss and you're not direct or disrespectful, I feel like you missed the bar. You can't make a diss and not directly disrespect or make bars directly towards that person. But people gravitated towards that, I felt like, a little bit more, just because it was a song or a banger or whatever, which I'm like, rap disses ain't really supposed to be about that. It's supposed to be about the bars.
Yep. 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 I mean, I battle rappers is they got into this space where it's about the punchline.
Is that because of the stage you feel like versus not knowing how to separate
Yes.
that on wax? Because I
Yes.
feel like there's levels to it.
Yes. These niggas is addicted to this dopamine.
Performative and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The amp to the
Not
crowd.
performative. No, no. It's dopamine.
Mm,
The punchline is dopamine. It's literally dopamine. Not just for the people that are listening in the crowd, for the people that are listening on the stage with the rapper, and for the listener at home. It's dopamine. And what happens when you get too much dopamine? After a while, you become numb to it.
mm-hmm.
And now some people, when they become numb to it, stop using it or stop being involved with it, and they move on. And then there are others who are still addicted to the dopamine. That's what this is. It's there's
Damn.
nothing but a punchline festival. That's what it is. That's why Verbalize was the first record I dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get the dopamine out the way, because this is not what it's gonna be for the rest of the week. You're
Now
gonna
you get 7
actually need
tracks of
to
this.
use you need to use your brain
Mm-hmm.
when you because there's other aspects to a pen. That's what this
Absolutely.
plague was to show them. There's other aspects to a pen,
Yep.
not just punchline.
And I liked your 7 Plague series, man, because once again, you did show multiple facets and multiple styles on how to diss somebody. Like every single track, I felt like I got something different every single time, even to the point where you threw a letter in there. You know what I'm saying? You was writing letters, you was doing a whole bunch of different things, man. So I gotta respect that. Like once again, like, and I think that angle was different from what I've seen before because it was 7 straight days. It was a cerebral approach, and it was more of an attack on the character of somebody. Like I felt like I got to know a little bit about Verb, you know what I'm saying, based off of what you was putting in there versus like, I just don't like this dude, I'm disrespectful and I'm just gonna rap. Like you was pulling and playing from things, and then you go online and see stuff, and then people, you was playing into all those games, and I like that approach about it. And on top of that, it was consistent, and you kept with the momentum. You know what I mean? And you kept stopping. Like I think that intimidates artists when you guys get into that bag because you don't see. Sometimes they drop a track in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like it really. I don't think they can keep up with the pace, which is crazy because I'm like, doesn't everybody have the same access to the same studios, same producers? Like get a free producer. Like why is there no effort? There's a lack of
Yeah,
competitive spirit.
because they don't. Yes, it's the lack of competitive spirit,
You know,
and again, it's the deposit.
that's
It's the
crazy.
deposit. It's like the best way to describe it. And again, I think that these battle rappers are extremely talented. I'm not talking down on what it is that they do. I think all of these MCs probably don't want to do the dopamine shit. And they getting paid by the supplier to give the work to the fans. The fans are the ones that are addicted to the dopamine.
Mm-hmm.
But the rappers don't want to they don't want to do that style of rap all the time. They
Right.
don't. I promise you they don't.
Damn.
I promise you they don't. I mean, you look at the first incarnation of MCs in the battle space, they were all different and had different styles. Now everybody's just a punchline MC.
Right.
If you don't have a punchline, you might lose the battle.
Is that because you feel like it's the consumers that allow that? Because even with songs that come out, people don't even like songs that are 3 minutes long anymore or 5 minutes. Like I've been saying that with listening to disses. I'm like, why is this 2 minutes? But some people like that because the attention span. Do you feel like that's because of the attention span and the lack of trying to comprehend?
It's the dopamine.
Yeah, like it's just the dopamine. It's just it'll always go back to the dopamine.
It's the dopamine, man. Like, yeah, I gave Royce 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I gave him
Right.
6 minutes. But like Truffaut and Verb, like they got like three minutes
Three
and
minutes and some
14
change.
seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe some like, yeah, 3 minutes and change.
Yep.
But I knew the type of fan, you know what I'm saying, that was I know everything. I know the fan that was gonna listen to this Royce record. I know the fan that was gonna listen to these Verb and False Truffaut records. And if I diss a younger artist, I know what I have to do. I know that this diss is gonna have to be 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
One chorus in the beginning, one chorus at the end, and a strong 16.
Yeah.
But that's because I understand what type I understand the art of war, man. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
these guys, they just want to write, man. That's it.
Agreed. I ain't gonna lie. As a listener, I 100% agree. So, would you say, with all that being said, do you think there's still a chance to save battle rap, or do you think it's toast because of the dopamine
It's
aspect?
toast. It's toast.
Mm.
It's
Even with
toast.
it, didn't Smack or URL just put out a trailer too of trying to revitalize? You don't think even with that coming back, you don't see it being brought back up again? Nothing. It's just done.
I think that the artists are doing everything in their power to keep it to where it is, and it will always be a space for it. The
Mm-hmm.
same way when you look at the Terminator, there is a resistance that is fighting the machine. So there's always going to be somewhere where there is a community of something that people enjoy. There's still disco still is alive and prevalent. That doesn't mean that disco is the most popular genre of music.
Mm-hmm.
So there will always be a space for battle rap, always, because there's a fan base for it. There's a desire for it. But in it getting to a higher level, and no, that's done.
That's it. It's
Not
reached its
only is
peak.
it not, there's no RPM, there's no big RPM payout for it on YouTube anymore because of the cursing and the violence and the racial remarks. Like,
All right.
so what's gonna happen? And then there's nobody pushing the envelope. There's nobody attempting to do something like
Super different.
lyrically that's never been done before.
It's getting
It's
repetitive.
just it's dopamine. Respectfully, there's
Right.
nothing wrong with dopamine for people who like dopamine. There's nothing wrong with
Mm-hmm.
people getting high, right? But after a while, it's like, oh, I don't want to get high anymore. I want
Right.
something
I want a
else.
different fix or a different vice or whatever you want to say with that one.
Yes,
And I think that's why. And
yes,
I think that's why it's important for the artist to kind of engage with battling on wax because people listen to records a lot more than they're going towards battle rap. That's just my opinion.
right,
That's
right.
just my opinion at the end of the day. Um, my next question, man, do you with you three, Cass, J Mills, and yourself, man, do you feel like there's any artist that can stop y'all from what y'all are doing? Like, is anybody gonna step up to the plate and attempt to rap with y'all? Because I feel like people are at this point just really just scared. Just from a fan aspect, you keep going to the blogs, they keep chatting, but they're not rapping. Who's stopping y'all? Who do you think?
I so I'm not involved with any of this. I just want to keep reminding people that,
You just drop 7 tracks, that's
Jay,
all.
my hand was pushed. My hands were pushed
Yeah.
to do what I did. Um, I'm always gonna. I think I said this in a live before. Samurai is always going to talk himself out of a fight because once he pulls that blade out, he knows what has to be done. So I'm always trying to not do it.
Right.
Um, Mills is he's a quick draw McGraw. He's ready to shoot. Same with Cass. I think can anybody stop those two? Probably not. If you don't got an A1 producer, A1 engineer, and an A1 music director,
Yep.
music, no, you're not gonna stop those two guys. And as far as I'm concerned, somebody can stop me by just listening to me say leave me alone. That's how you stop me.
Right.
That's how you stop me. I'm gonna do everything in my power to not go through with what needs to go through. But once you take me there, there's nothing anyone can do to stop what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we watched that, man, with the 7 plays, man. That was kind of crazy, man. I was like, I ain't never seen somebody just dedicate 7 straight tracks to somebody and be like, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
Yeah,
What you gonna do?
yeah.
And then did nothing, I don't think. I don't think he replied. I don't even think he replied. Which,
No, it wasn't meant for him to reply though.
which is crazy because I feel like going back into it, like, do you feel like artists should really be ducking smoke like this when they are on wax? Like, I feel like you gotta reply. Like, for example, with Easy the Block Captain and Jay Mills, just the new algorithm. I feel like you gotta reply. You have to reply. If you're a true battle MC, you gotta reply.
Yeah, I would think so. But this is a new era.
It's a new era.
And these guys are saying that they're not replying.
I don't like it.
That's what they saying. I'm not. Look at the names that I said I came up listening to. Kane, Wu-Tang, like that stuff went in the
None of these guys would have acted like this back in the day. None of the guys we were influenced by would act like this. And I think that's where my disappointment is too. I'm like, the golden era rap artists would never do this.
Ever. Ever. So like I for me, I'm just I'm cut from that cloth. And everybody's cloth is different. There's nothing, I'm not gonna say that their cloth is bad. It's just it could never be me.
You can't get directly disrespected on the track and not reply. Can't do it. One maybe.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying, but seven.
There's people that be dissing me on YouTube. Like I see people dissing me all the time.
Right.
Like,
but some things warrant for a reply though. Not everything warrants a reply either.
Not everything warrants a reply.
Yeah, we'll say that. We know that.
So, but did I want a reply from Verb? No, I really didn't want one. I'm glad he didn't reply. Truffaut, I wanted the back and forth, but he was too slow. I don't have time to wait. He just dropped his 3rd record, like on the 13th.
Yeah, I seen that. I'm like, it's a little bit late now. It's kind of 3-0 came and went.
I think what is it called? Let's look together. I was looking at it. Shabiria has 191 views on it, bro.
And that's because he waited too long. Momentum.
191 views, bro. Like, respectfully, yeah, man. Street niggas don't do brunch. February 27th.
There you go. Shout out to the promo, man. Shout out to the promo. Do you think Jay Mills is the new algorithm like he's claiming? Do you feel as if he's the new algorithm? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yes. Because when he posts, whether he's blogging or it's music, everybody runs right to it.
Yes.
It's highly anticipated. Absolutely. Everything.
36K in a day.
Yeah.
That's his video.
Yep.
And really, it might not even be 36K. It might be 46K.
Get another 10.
It might be 40. Yeah, it's probably 46,000 because he got 4,600 likes. So it really might be 4,600, 46,000.
Yeah, he's destroying a lot of MCs right now, man. I can't even, I can't fathom what he's doing anymore because I after the first 4 opponents, I'm like, all right, like that's cool, but he keeps going. And the thing that gives him the most momentum is the triple threat, you know what I'm saying? The production, Ron Browse, the video shooting, and then his consistency, you know what I'm saying? And then just the disrespect that he's bringing on every track. Like, the people that respond can say it's whack, or they was like, you know, same rhyming syllable, compound syllable stuff, but it's like, nah, he's really rapping and disrespecting y'all and being consistent and giving y'all 3 songs at a time. And I think
Right.
at one point, I think he did 2 artists, he gave a 2-for-1 special at one point. He's doing a lot of different things I think people aren't respecting in the battle rap aspect of things, especially when it comes to just on record.
Yeah. It's a little rough.
It's looking spooky.
It's looking spooky, man. I ain't gonna lie.
You know, like, if I gotta ask who's gonna stop him every time, I don't think anybody's gonna. It's been 6 dudes. You know what I'm saying? And some people said they want to, but I haven't seen nobody drop a track yet. So it's kind of it's up in the air, man. It's up for Mills, man. Mills is doing his thing. Shout out Jay Mills.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, man.
we getting into the fun part of this, man. This interview here, man. We gonna talk Eminem versus Jay, man. I know you had tweeted a little bit ago, stating that Eminem could low key get Jay. But before we get into that, I want to know, what was your top 5 albums from Jay and M? What are your top 5 personal favorites?
Top 5 albums from Jay is Volume 1,
Mm-hmm.
Blueprint, Black Album,
Okay.
Reasonable Doubt, American Gangster.
I like that 5. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that 5. I would probably swap out the Blueprint for the Blueprint Gift and the Curse. I like that one.
Really?
Yeah, I do
Wow.
like that one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a fan of that one.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I will
I'm
swap
not
that
mad.
one out, but I do rock with that one a little bit more.
What was what was the last record I said?
American Gangster.
I would probably, you know what? Watch the Throne. Watch the Throne over American Gangster.
Really? See, I would have kept
Watch the
American
Throne.
Gangster a little bit over that, because I feel like not that I don't count compilations, but
Okay.
I feel
If you
like
don't
a
count
solo.
compilations, then if it's solo, then American Gangster.
Okay,
for
okay,
sure.
okay. Got you. That's not a bad
And as
5.
far as no, that's not. That's not. As far as M goes, Slim Shady LP, Marshall
Mm-hmm.
Mathers LP,
Mm-hmm.
Eminem
Eminem
Show,
Show. Okay, got you.
yeah, Kamikaze, and Music to Be Murdered By, I think it was called. I like that album.
Okay, so I would swap out Music to Be Murdered By for the Death of Slim Shady. Mainly because I like the concept of the album. I like a conceptual album a little bit. I like the tie-ins from all his other albums. Kamikaze, I like that one in there, but I might put Recovery in there because I was just big on.
Okay.
I was big on the music selection, and I like that he kind of went without Dre producing a lot on those records too. So I like that different versatility he had as far as a producer goes. I was a fan of that.
Right. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite album from the 2? Oh, my fault.
My
You about to say
favorite
something?
album. No. My favorite album from Jay is Volume 1.
All right.
And my favorite album from Eminem is the Marshall Mathers LP.
Okay. I ain't mad at that one, man. I would probably say for me with Jay would be the Black Album, just because of the production as well. Like, I feel like that had changed clothes, I think. Justify My Thug. Like, there was a lot of production between, I feel like, Pharrell
You
and
like
Kanye.
Justify My Thug?
I do. I like that beat, man. I don't know what it is. I like that beat, man. It gives me a little 80s feel, man. What's your gripe with Justify My Thug? Let's talk about it. Let's.
You know, I thought the rumors was, there was a different beat, and Madonna was supposed to be on that record.
Really? See,
And it just
I
didn't
didn't know
happen.
that. That I didn't know.
And it just didn't sound like something that was supposed to be on that album. I'm very shocked. This is the second time you said something that kind of threw me off. Now I know we about to get into what we really here for.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the tweet, and I'm gonna explain myself, but I'm actually shocked you really like Justify My Thug. That might be top 10 bottom J songs of all
Really?
time.
So, see, I'm not going to say I rank it as a high song, but I know that's one of the songs on there that stand out to me on the album. Like, we don't rank it as a high-ranking song for Jay, but on that album, that sound, the chorus, what Jay had to say, like, I was kind of rocking with it. I was rocking with it, man. I like the sound of it. It was the beat. The beat really had my head nodding. And then like the I don't know who was in the background, but like that for you. Like I like all that shit. I like the little ad libs in the back. Like I just like how it sounded sonically.
Mm,
A lot
mm.
of other great songs on there, don't get me wrong. A lot of great songs on there, but I really like Justify My Thug. I can't even fake. What was the other thing I said that had you be like, damn?
You just said it. You said
Oh, with the J
you
album,
s-
right?
yeah,
Okay.
Blueprint 2. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there's some high points on the Blueprint 2. There's a lot of high points on there, but when there's low points, there are low. They are low. It's just too many records.
And
That's
that's what
the
I was saying.
only
It's a lot of
reason
records.
why. You know, it's not like when Big dropped the double album, he shot 100%, and if it wasn't 100%, he shot 98% from the field.
Okay.
Jay-Z on the Blueprint 2. I don't know if we needed the Watcher 2. I don't know if we needed Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know if we needed what they gonna do with Sean Paul.
I mean,
I don't know if
yeah.
I don't know if we needed Fuck All Night. Did we need Fuck All Night?
But then you get Diamonds Are Forever. You know what I'm saying? You get You Don't
Oh no, Fuck
Know.
All Night. Fuck All Night is actually fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Guns N' Roses. I don't know if we needed Guns N' Roses. I don't know if we needed Some People Hate. I don't know if we needed that. I don't know if we needed As One.
So I ain't gonna lie, you might be kind of right. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this right now. You might be kind of right. You might be
Like
right,
like
man.
if he condenses this is probably his second biggest project, because like I said, there are some highs on here,
A
bro.
lot of
Like
highs.
Diamonds Is Forever is incredible,
I feel like there
right?
might be
Like
like 3 or 4 though. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4 out of 25 records.
I named like 7, bro.
But it's the 25 records though. So 7 out of 25, that's still a good shooting percentage. That's still all right.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, Bitches and Sisters is fire. What They Gonna Do is fire. Show You How. But those was tacked on later. Those was old records that he just tacked
That he just threw
on.
on there. But Jay known for that though.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. But we didn't need As One, respectfully.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We didn't need a ballad from a for this fallen soldier. We didn't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't need Some People Hate. Now somehow, some way, incredible.
Right.
Blueprint 2, incredible. Nigga Please, incredible.
Incredible.
Too Many Hoes, incredible. Meet the Parents, incredible. You Don't Know remix. He should have just gave that
Just
to
kept the
MOP.
original.
I don't know if
Yeah.
yes. I don't know if we needed the remix. I don't know if we needed Guns N' Roses.
So
I
it's
don't
just a lot
know
of
if we.
fillers in there. These fillers was
There was
kind of
just a lot
messing
of
it up.
fillers.
I respect that.
Poppin' Tags is fire. Poppin' Tags is incredible. All Around the World is unbelievable. But we didn't need What They Gonna Do with Sean Paul. We didn't need that. Excuse Me, Miss, fire. I don't know if we needed Bonnie and Clyde.
See, I think we needed that.
Nah.
Because I think that was the rollout to introduce Jay and Beyonce to us and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a rollout for that. I think there was a rollout.
He got slaughtered for that. You don't remember he got slaughtered for that? Because that was a Tupac
That was a
record,
Tupac
and
record.
Tupac dissed him.
Mm-hmm.
He got I remember when this first came out.
But can
He
I
got
ask you
slaughtered
this?
for that.
With some of those records, because I think even I think you mentioned the Ballad of a Soldier on there. Like, I feel like, because, you know, Jay is subliminal Jay too. He's a little funny with titles and song titles. I feel like he did that mainly because of that too. Like, we have to see Jay is kind of cerebral with these things too. He might have did that as strategic moves with the whole Tupac shit.
Also, there was only two. He only had 2 singles on his album.
It was only 2?
2? Yes.
Excuse Me, Miss. Bonnie and Clyde.
And Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay, yeah.
That's it, bro.
But some things were on soundtracks. Like, I feel like a lot of these records were on soundtracks on like NBA Lives and shit like that. A couple of shit like that.
Listen.
Point out the bouts.
You
You know what I
try
mean?
you try to make excuses.
A little bit.
If we look at the Yeah, you are. It's cool. But when you look at the Blueprint album, you look at the Blueprint album. Let's look at the Blueprint album. Because right now it's only the collector's edition for whatever reason. Look at the singles on the Blueprint album. H to the Izzo, Girls, Girls, Girls,
Yeah.
Song Cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
ruler's back. Take over.
and
Heart of the city.
take over was like that was damn near like it was a diss record, so it was damn near like a
Exactly.
single.
And then
You
lyrical
don't know,
exercise, renegade.
you
All right,
don't
I'm gonna
know.
take it back.
All
My
I
bad.
need.
I fucked up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I fucked up. I did. I
Yeah.
fucked that up. Yep. I take it back.
No, you good, bro.
I
You
don't
good,
walk things
bro.
back often, but I walk that one back.
You good, Brody. You good.
But you the teacher. This is why you the teacher, dog. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So let's get into the real
Yeah.
reason why we here.
The real reason why
Okay.
we here, man.
So let me read my tweet. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna tell you my thoughts when I said it. Low
Okay.
key, I think Eminem would get Jay in the verses. Now, when I said this, you got to look at what I'm saying. First of all, I'm saying low key, right? So that means like yo on the low, like on the low, and then I said I think it's like I think. So it's not like
It's
I
not
didn't
definite.
say low key Eminem would get Jay, and I didn't say that. I said low key I think it'll be closer than what a lot of people think. Now, do I think Eminem would beat Jay in the verses? No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I think Jay is just too. These are two icons,
Hmm.
and 20 songs apiece. I don't know if M has. I don't know if M has it.
And I
Right.
agree
So I
with you.
said it.
Yep.
I said it to spark debate because we need debates sometimes. We
Hip
need
hop
people to kind of
conversations.
hip hop conversations.
Yes.
Um, and I don't think when I said it, I was like, yo, M got some strong. He got some strong shit that he could do, and he'll make it competitive.
Hmm.
I think Jay would win like 13-7, maybe 12-8. It'll be close. It's not gonna be a wash because it still is M, and M can do some fantastic shit on stage.
Hmm.
Um, and then obviously they could close it out with Renegade, which I
Yep.
think would be dope.
Gonna be fire.
Um, but Jay would win. Like
Okay.
let's not get let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
I know what you're here for, but like I did I did that to cause conversation. I know how
Yep.
to get the people going, and I'm looking at it. I didn't even realize a million people saw this tweet. I probably muted this shit.
Oh yeah, because the comments was buzzing. Comments was
Yeah,
buzzing
I don't.
that day.
Yeah, they was going crazy.
So I hear what you're saying on that, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I thought about this long and hard, but for me, I feel like when you look at how Versus is set up, right, and you look at the
Hmm.
vibes of how Versus is, and you look at the two artists we're talking about, with Jay, I feel like he fits a Versus type of vibe, whereas for M's music, though hip hop fans, rap fans like it, I feel like in a Versus setting, it just wouldn't work because for me, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the vibes is mainly for the females. You know what I'm saying? The vibes is definitely for the females, and Jay has more songs that are geared towards the females or the females can vibe with than M. Now, if you want to talk about performance, you know what I'm saying, stage presence and all of that, you can debate that. But when it comes to the songs itself, I'm like, I don't know if Eminem's songs would necessarily translate in a versus setting just based off of how we've seen all like the versus is a vibe. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that M's not a vibe, but I don't think M is a versus vibe. Now, would M bring his fan base and a different type of crowd in to kind of balance it out? Absolutely. And I think that changes it, but I don't know though, because I feel like a lot of M's fan bases is different from like a Jay's fan base. So
I mean, it would be interesting. I mean, they can't sell tickets because all of Eminem's fans will be there.
yes.
So it would have to be a curated crowd,
Mm-hmm.
and I think with a curated crowd, it depending on who's in the room, it could get dark for Eminem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It could get dark because Jay I think M made music for his people, respectfully.
Right.
He made music for white people.
Mm-hmm.
He had a little bit of a like identity crisis when he was running with G Unit. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, the
Respectfully,
shirt around the shirt do rags
he
and all
was
that.
M, the
Sweatsuits.
gangster Eminem era is an era that when he had the do rag and he was
Yep.
wilding like
We remember that M. That was peak M though. That was peak Marshall.
it was peak Marshall, but like he was making gangster music for white people. Like that shit was weird. Um, but even with all of that, M is a legend. But I think he makes music for his people,
Hmm.
whereas Jay makes music that spans our community culture. Like it
Yes.
just so happens to reach other people as well.
Hmm.
So Jay will get him.
You know, it's funny. I'm glad we got to this part of the conversation because I was gonna get you and be like, let's do a little sample of 7 songs that M would have to drop, and I'll give you 7 J's. But it sounds like Jay's gonna win this, so it kind of defeats the purpose. But we can still have fun with it. Like, what do you think 7 songs M would have to bring versus Jay? Like,
Uh, the seven that I think that'll be tough for Jay to beat. It'll be tough for Jay to beat Stan.
mm.
It'll be tough for Jay to beat Stan.
So
Stan
I'd say for Stan, I'd go Heart of the City or You Don't Know. I'd match that
those
with one of
records are
those.
not beat. They not beating
Really?
Stan.
Okay, 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 okay.
I don't. I can't see that. I can't see that, man. That's a tough record to beat, man.
And as an opener
Uh,
too, I feel like the crowd would be more hyped with a You Don't Know versus a Stan.
it's it's gonna be tough to beat Stan. Bro. I think like that's hip hop vernacular. It's just
That is
it's
true.
gonna it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to beat. It's gonna be tough to beat. Lose yourself.
Yeah, lose yourself.
It's gonna be tough to beat. Lose yourself, bro. It's gonna be. This is. I'm. Listen. What I'm saying is they both are great artists, but they both have like big jokers. You haven't said a big joker from Jay yet. What's a Jay big joker?
What's a J Big Joker? What more can I say?
That's a no, not no. I thought you was gonna say PSA. PSA is a big joker.
I do have that on my list. I do have that on my list.
PSA is a big joker.
Okay.
Allow me to reintroduce
Reintroduce
myself. My
myself.
name
My name is Hove.
that is a certified big joker,
Okay.
right? Lose yourself is a big joker. Same with Stan. Stan is a big joker, bruh. Um, I'm not gonna lie, the way I am is kind of crazy, bro. Like it could be beat, but that's a fucking
That's
fire
a
record,
fire
bro.
song, but I feel like I'd go lyrical exercise on that, and I'll match energy with energy because that's like that's
Lyrical,
one of those. And lyrical exercise is kind of the same thing. That beat, the way Jay's rhyming and flowing.
lyrical exercise get cooked by the way I am. You
Okay,
shitting me?
okay, okay.
Um, Let me see what else. Those are just three records, I think, and then and then it just it kind of gets a little shaky. I mean, and then you could put. I mean, you could do your features. You can do the records you produced.
Hmm.
So he got records with 50. He could pull out a
You
50.
can
He
pull
could
out
pull
50
50
record.
out.
Yep.
You know, he could pull out the Wayne records that he got.
And that's where I think the
Drop
strength
the
is his features. The features is the biggest strength for M, in my opinion. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I think that's really what it
Definitely
is.
that. I agree with you on that. I think
Hmm.
I think the record with Wayne,
No
Drop the
love,
World on Your
drop the
Head,
world.
No Love. Yep, those records is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Those records is gonna hurt.
Hmm.
Forever.
Oh yeah,
Forever is
yeah. But I'll say
Forever
niggas
is
in
a
Paris, fuck
smoker.
with me, you know I got it with Rick Ross. Those are features that can kind of match that
Niggas in
energy
Paris,
wise.
niggas in Paris is a big joker
Yeah,
that'll pretty much clean anything that
that's
this
what I'm
man
saying.
drops. Niggas in Paris is a spooky record.
Yo,
That is goddamn one of the spookiest records of all time.
you can even throw a big feature in there with Brooklyn's finest if you just want to just be light. If you want to get light.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at
What
that.
about City is Mine, Imaginary Players?
Spooky.
Spooky times,
Spooky.
man. You know, so that's why I'm like, M would probably be
Superman.
good for like 10 rounds where you can
Yeah,
debate it.
that's what I'm saying. I think he could. I think he could get. I think M could get 7 to 9 songs. 7 to 8. 7 to 8. Like,
But
cause
that
I'm
says a
looking at a
lot if
list
two are
right now.
features. That says a lot if
I'm
like two or
sa-
three out of them is features, though. That
I'm
says a
gonna
lot.
name the records. I'm gonna name the records
Okay.
that I see. There's a list that I have here that I'm gonna say, okay, this could work. This can't work. My name is. It's not gonna work.
Mm-mm.
Role model, not gonna work.
Mm-mm.
Forgot about Dre,
That could
potentially.
work.
Forgot about Dre is one. Stan, that's a big joker. The way I am, that could work too. So that's
Mm.
3. The real Slim Shady, no,
Nope.
not gonna work. Kill You, I love Kill You, but it ain't gonna work.
Not in the verses.
Renegade. If they do it at the end, M might get him.
That taps it too. Now that closes the gap.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's 4. That's 4. Lose Yourself. Lose Yourself in the yes, that's 5. That's 5.
Okay.
Superman. Now I like Superman, but
I don't think that holds weight to a lot of Jay songs though. If you was to pull out anything,
I agree with you.
I'll pull
I
out
would have to
03.
agree
I'll pull
with
out
you.
03 Bonnie and Clyde, and that would watch that.
No.
You don't think
Superman
so?
watch that. I think
A
I
Beyonce
just want to
feature?
love I just want to love you would kind of clean up Superman.
Okay, that's the joint with Pharrell, right? The Pharrell
Yep.
joint.
Give
Okay.
it to me.
Yep.
That'll
Give me
clean
that
that
funk,
up.
that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Without Me, no. Cleaning out my closet. I like it, but I don't know if that's gonna help. Till I Collapse with 50, potentially. So that's like
Okay.
6. This man 5 in the
How you feel
possible.
about patiently waiting in there?
Patiently waiting could hurt Jay.
I think that would hurt Jay a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
Patiently waiting to hurt Jay. That'll hurt Jay. Toy Soldiers, no. Soldier, no. Just Lose It, no. Crack a Bottle, no. Mockingbird, no.
I think Crack
Patiently
a
Waiting.
Bottle has a chance. It has a slight chance just because of that beat and the 50 feature. And Dre's rapping on that too. I think Dre rapping on that too.
And Forever, Love the Way You Lie.
I don't think so. I think that's too
Okay.
poppy. I think that was too poppy.
Okay. No Love. We said No
Yeah, we
Love.
said no love.
Forever.
So what if
I'm
Jay
Not Afraid.
threw
Rap
a
God.
Fiesta in there? What if he threw Fiesta in there?
Fiesta's gonna hurt.
Okay.
No, yeah. I mean, I think M got maybe 7. He got 7. I
You
don't
got
think it's.
7.
I don't think
I
it's
don't think
good.
it goes past
I
that.
don't think it's. I don't think it goes past 7.
Mm-hmm.
If you saying Love the Way You Lie is not gonna work, then it's over.
Yeah, because
It's
you know,
7.
love the way you lie is more like country rap pop. It's in that field. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really feel like that was a hip hop rap song for me. I feel like that was country rap Eminem.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going Jay. Get him out of here.
Yeah, Jay gonna get him. It'll be fun to watch, you know what I'm saying, for the entertainment purposes, but I don't know. I don't even think low key. I don't think low key anymore. Seven
nah.
out of the 20 rounds ain't close.
I'm looking at it right now. Somebody put a list together of 77 songs from Jay.
Damn. See, I got
And
about
it could-
20.
it-
I got about 25.
It could get dark for anybody. Like
Jay has
Jay
too
will
much
cook
longevity,
everybody.
and he has too much different productions from the Timbalands, from the Pharrells, Kanye. The production samples alone would wash a lot of artists.
That's a fact.
And I think it's really tough because I feel like, you know, a lot of people kind of felt like Jay was being a little cocky where he said nobody could touch him, which I disagree. I don't think nobody could touch him. I feel like there's selective artists out there like a 50, a DMX, RP. Who else?
I don't think DMX. I don't think
Really?
about. I don't think. Nope.
Really? It's like even with his double album back to back won't help. I mean, I know the longevity doesn't help because like after probably the Great Depression, it's probably hard to match Jay in the verses. You would have to do like 3 albums.
Yeah, it's just too much. Jay has too much for X. X beat Snoop, but like it wasn't like a wash. And I think Snoop was holding back.
I was gonna say I think Snoop was holding back because I think Snoop has like you can honestly say Snoop and Jay can probably go back and forth, and that would be an entertaining ass versus.
Jay versus Snoop would be good, but it's not enough. I think the closest,
For Snoop.
the person Snoop don't got enough for Jay.
Really? You don't think so? After all, they both got time, and Snoop been around longer too, with a lot more bangers.
Snoop has
Doggy
a
Style,
lot of
Chronic,
bangers.
Blue
Snoop got
Carpet
a lot of
Treatment.
bangers, but then he don't got like the introspective shits. He got a lot of party records. He got a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
bangers. He don't got no like when Jay get into like
That
song
song
cry.
cry.
What he gonna do with song cry? What Snoop gonna do with song
Yeah,
cry?
he ain't got nothing for song cry.
Let me
Facts.
tell you. Let me tell you who would give him fits. Let me tell you who would give Jay a complete utter nightmare.
Okay.
Kanye.
Yeah, that's because like
Kanye would give him a
I
fucking
agree with that.
headache.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? And that is the only. I think that's the only person. That's the only person that'd give Jay a complete and fucking nightmare.
So no Ludacris, no Ti.
No, no,
Really?
no.
Oh,
Maybe 50. I think
I was
52.
gonna throw
50,
50 in
50,
there.
50 could give Jay a little bit of a fucking
But let me
nightmare
ask
too.
you how though, because though he has features, right? I feel like he doesn't have enough projects unless you're gonna throw the mixtape era of 50 in there too. Like, are we throwing everything in there, or we just gonna
Nah,
include
nah.
the
You
seven
gotta throw
pieces?
you gotta
Everything.
50 got a lot,
Okay, well,
man.
yeah. If
Like
you're gonna say everything, yeah, I got 50 in there for sure.
50 and then the shit talking and then,
Yep.
the
Yep. The
records he did
entertainment,
with
the trolling.
Game.
Oh yeah.
Record he did with Game.
Ah,
The
can get
first
dark.
2 3 albums, first 3 albums, it gets dark.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And then all of the records he did with G Unit, all of the records that he did with Game,
Got 3 albums with
it could
them.
get
Yeah.
he could even do they say this is a big rich. He throw
Oh
that
yeah, you
on. It
can
could
throw it.
get
Oh, you thought that could change everything.
it
It
changes
changes
everything.
everything. Hell yeah.
So I think Ye and 50 are the only ones. I don't think
Mm. You opened
that's
up my
it.
ears
Just those two.
for the Ye one. I wasn't thinking as much for Ye, even though it makes sense just because of his production on his projects alone. On top of the fact that he has J Productions on his projects as well too. So yeah, yeah,
I mean, Ye first 5 albums. That's tough to
yeah.
beat.
Can't beat
How you
like
gonna
what?
beat
How you
those
gonna beat through
first
the
five?
wire too? You know what I'm saying? Through the wire is a tough one to match. It gets real spooky with that.
It gets spooky, man. It gets spooky, bro. It
It
gets
do.
spooky.
It definitely do, man. God damn.
So
All right, that's valid. That's valid. That is very
I think
valid.
those are the I think those are the only two MCs
Not
that
even
could
a
do
Nas,
anything.
huh? Not even a Nas.
So Nas, I think Nas would. I think it depends on the crowd. If it's a hip hop crowd, Nas could beat him.
Okay.
But if it it could kind of get dark for Nas. I ain't gonna lie. It could kind of get dark after a while.
If it ain't pop, if because Jay got a lot of pop. If Jay throw them pops on, it's curtains.
Jay got bops, man. Jay had a lot of
Mm-hmm.
features. That it's just so much Jay could pull from. It's like
Yeah.
Nas, I do think is like the third best option. He's not the first best. He's not the Ye would clean him. I think Ye would clean Jay up. I ain't gonna lie.
Clean too. Oh shit.
I think so, bro. I think so. Like if you really
Yeah.
sit down and think about it, it could get ultra dark for Jay.
And he has the performative factor too. That's another thing for Ye. Like I think Jay would kind of be too cool when it might be time to turn up, and Ye will just be up the whole time
Yeah, I
because
mean, what
all
you
that
gonna like?
matters.
What you gonna do in la 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 la?
Ah, shit.
That's that's like a Negro spiritual.
Yo, who you telling? Facts.
You could have heard that, and you could have heard that in the slave fields. How
Big
do you beat
facts.
that? How do
Yeah.
you beat that,
Jesus walks alone.
bruh?
Jesus
I'm
walks,
saying
boy.
it's tough. It's like that brother Ye is a tough
He a
is
different
a
type of
tough
cat.
matchup.
He a
That's a
different
different.
type of cat.
The more I think, I don't know anybody that could be Ye
What about Drake? What about a Drake situation?
versus who.
Let's say
I
both
don't think
Jay or Ye.
I don't think he has the respect that Jay and Ye have. It's just not enough.
No,
Like
that's
he can.
real. That's real.
I think people will want to see, you know, Drake versus a Kendrick or Drake versus a
Or
Cole.
Cole or something. Which I think
Yeah, I don't.
he'll watch those two artists. I feel like in a wash just because of the energy and shit. Like I don't think those are the artists that you would match against each other because it's just not fair in regards to vibes and sound, right?
I'll have Kendrick beating Drake, but I have Drake beating Cole.
Beating Cole, yeah, I can see
I
that.
have I have I think Kendrick.
Well, I mean that whole
Uh,
Damn album and shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn could wash them
yeah,
alone.
damn,
Yeah.
damn is pretty heavy, and
Yep.
then you got the
Good Kid,
Black
Mad
Panther
City.
soundtrack.
Yup.
You got a lot of the features that Kendrick done did. He won
Mm-hmm.
a Grammy for like it's just tough to
Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
Kendrick
It's tough
too.
to beat him, man. That is very true too, actually. Question for you too. Sidebar. And still kind of in the J thing. Do you facts or cap? Was Nas capping when he said Eminem murdered you on your own shit when it came to the Renegade verse? Do you feel like he had the better verse?
Cap.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about it.
So for me, um, Jay had the best. He had the second. He had the he beat Eminem on that second verse.
Okay.
M got Jay on the first verse.
Okay.
But that second verse is like, come on, what we doing here? I had the hustle, my back to the wall, ashy
Ashy
knuckles,
Knuckles.
pop was filled
Full of
with a
lot of
lot of
lint,
land.
not a cent. A
Said,
lot of
got a
innocent
vent,
lies lost on that
innocent lives
project
to
bench.
the project bench. What you hollering? Got to
Got to
pay
pay
rent,
rent,
but
bring
dollars.
dollars in.
You know what I'm saying? That every black person knows that. Like
Yes.
I don't know. I don't even know how the Eminem verse starts. I
See,
don't
what's
know.
funny is that like I can recite the Eminem verse for you and shit like that because I'm an M fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I have M as my
The first
go
verse,
rapper.
I'm not mad at that. I think I think the M's first verse is great. I just don't think the second verse is better than
So
that M shit.
so I think my perspective on that, and I feel you on that, and I always said this. I feel like people who feel Jay had the better verse, it's about relatability. I feel like it's simply about relatability. It's about having that I can resonate with that. Versus with M, if you ain't on that modern day Shakespeare shit, Jesus Christ and all that, what he was rapping on the second verse and all that, you're not gonna relate to that. So it kind of just goes in one ear and out the other, and that's cadence and flows and pockets. But I feel like it's a tie. It's a tie. I will say it's a tie, but I would flip it, and I would say I think Marshall got the second verse off versus Jay in that second verse, and I think Jay got the first verse, and and M was second in that regard.
Wow, really?
I'm switching. I'm switching.
You might be the wildest nigga I ever met in my life, bro. This is the third take that's not making any sense to me.
Because I can recite that J line and I'm right there with you, but I feel like the way he closed off the song, like M's closing arguments on that song was just stronger for me than Jay's verse in that second verse. That's why I got to give it to M.
Bada bodega. Come on, man. My pops left me off. Do not step to me. What? Wait, yo, come on. Do not step to me, dog. With the box left, you're off. With the pops left me, you're off. Mom wasn't
Wasn't
home.
grown. Listen, I love Jay's verse on that. I love it, but I just feel like the aggression, the way M delivered on that was just better. And I related to Jay's verse. I related to it, but I just liked the way like it felt like M was hungrier in the third in that second verse than Jay. I'm just saying.
Beto, I should have been the one asking you for an interview with these takes because these takes are fucking insane, bro. Like blueprint to fucking this Jay's first verse is better than M's first verse. And what was the other wild shit you said? You said something else that was fucking insane. Like, what is going on, bro?
It's like, what's happening?
What's happening, Vito? Come on, man. Come on,
Gotta throw you off a little bit, man. We can't agree throughout the whole thing.
I guess. I guess.
Oh.
If you say so, you know.
Whose pen would you say is better in terms of like the technical side and the meaningful side between M and J?
Technical is Eminem.
Okay. And meaningful is definitely J.
J is more meaningful, yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna throw you off. I agree.
Wow.
I don't got a hot take, my nigga.
Would you look at that? We got a bleeder. This
Oh
guy's
man.
crazy.
Who would you think? Who would you say is your best rapper out of New York? Who's your all time number one rapper out of New York?
Jay.
Jay. Okay. See, I was gonna think you was gonna say
Yeah.
BDK. I thought you was gonna go there.
Nah, it's Jay. And then after Jay, I would probably have Nas, and then after Nas, I would probably have Biggie.
Okay. Okay. Now, a lot of people would say Biggie would be over Jay, which I used to say that, but I feel like there's not enough body of work for me to put him up there. And I used to be one of those people that used to be a Jay hater, you know what I'm saying, very young, being like, he's stealing from Biggie, he's stealing Biggie's lines, and blah, 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 blah. But I feel like Biggie could be over these guys as far as storytelling goes. I think he has the storytelling
Right.
aspect over a lot of these guys, but I just don't think he has the longevity for obvious reasons.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I got Jay over Big. It's tough to put Jay over Big, but yeah, it's just Big just died. It's
Yeah,
just
that's it.
one of the most tragic things to ever happen, man.
Hmm. Do you feel as if between the battle of Nas and Jay, like who'd you take in that battle? Who you felt won that overall rap battle?
um, I think I gave that to for a long time. I gave it to Jay,
Really? Okay, okay. I'm shocked by that.
but Nas really beat
I
him.
think Nas cleaned him
Nas
up, man. Ether cleaned him up, and I don't think Jay ever replied back outside of Super Ugly and some subliminal
Blueprint
shots
two,
in there.
Blueprint two.
Remind me.
Can't y'all see that he's fake? The rap version of TD Jakes
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
sacrificing all your CDs and tapes. Won't break you a crumb with a little bit that he makes. And this is with whom you want to place your faith. I put dollars on mine. Ask Columbine. When the Twin Towers drop, I was the first in line. Donating proceeds to every soul. Yeah, he was
He
dissing
was
Nas on
talking
that joint.
Nas. Okay.
I get
See.
the spoils because the victor is me. You an actor. You're not who you depicted to be. You're street dreaming. All you is living through me. I gave you light when niggas was pretending you MC. I'm a legend. You should take a picture with me. Happy to be in my presence. I should charge you a fee. A big dog, Glen Rob, little dog, you a flea. And your little homie Jungle is a garden to me.
I'm still giving it to Nas. I'm still giving it to Nas,
No.
man.
Nas
Yeah,
won.
yeah, yeah.
Nas won. Nas
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it. Nas got it. But
100%.
you gotta think, Nas got it. You know, Nas got it, man. Like, cause
It's the
take
20-year
over,
debate, man.
take over was one verse directed at
And
Nas.
Nas, and the
Nas
rest was
responded
MOP. Yeah.
with four verses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then he responded like a day or two later with "Got yourself a gun,
Yep.
got myself a gun, super ugly,"
Mm-hmm.
which was just a distasteful. I'm gonna listen to Super Ugly later today.
I mean, Super Ugly was very disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. Like, listen to that again. I was like, people were saying this is whack, but I'm like, nah, this was kind of directed disrespectful, and that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? You involve certain people in it, but Jay was talking this Jay shit on that. For certain.
Yeah, yeah.
For certain, man. My next question, I got a few more questions, man. I ain't gonna take too much of your time, brother, but the Sci-Hi's recent comments, man, I seen you address it and I seen it too. Now, my question is always, why is there such a disconnect between a street artist and a conscious artist when rapping about the issues that, or the situations or the places that people live? You know what I'm saying? Why is there such a disconnect? Why do you feel like artists
So
say
I
these things?
so I think Saha was talking about the mainstream space. Like he felt like it's just more. He doesn't see street rappers in the mainstream that are lyricists,
Okay.
right? Like Jay was a street rapper.
Yep.
Nas was a street rapper.
Mm-hmm.
50 was a street rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? T.I. Like these were street lyricists.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we just don't. Scarface was another guy.
Right.
The Game.
The Game.
You know, like these were guys who were like at the top of their class, and then we don't have that anymore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just asking why we don't. And then he, you know, it's just how he framed what he said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, you know, the street nigga just Like there is no room for the street nigga anymore right now. Like respectfully, um, like if you're a street nigga, like niggas is getting locked up, man. Like how you gonna be a street nigga in this era? The
Right.
phone is
It's too
it's
many eyes
tough to
watching,
be.
bro. There's too much going on.
So so there are street niggas that's still making music. It's just that they're not in the mainstream. And then America's different. It's not like how I used to be in the '90s,
Times have
in the
changed in
2000s.
the early
Times have
2000s,
changed.
100%.
So I think that's the separation.
What you're trying to say.
Correct.
And I feel like, people just got to go dig for these artists, you know what I'm saying? Because the mainstream is not what it used to be either. Like, kind of like the old, like, how do you feel about this saying, like, hip hop is a young man's sport? In a way, it is, but I feel like it is in the mainstream lane because we've seen the clips, we've seen a lot of OGs, LL dropping albums and putting out quality music. So I feel like that narrative has to be changed because that's not what's being pushed in the mainstream anymore. But we understand that there's still artists making good music and putting an impact and putting their stamps on this in this game still.
Right. Yeah. It's always gonna be a young person's game because the youth is always gonna be dictating what hip hop is about. But
Hmm.
you know, we still need our OGs to stop to be dropping music.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I mean, all the other genres do it. All the other genres do it, but this one.
Right.
Um, do you accept ghostwriting um, in hip hop and in the battle space? Because I've heard that there's been ghostwriting going on in battle raps, but do you accept it in both spaces or is it unacceptable? For me, I feel like it's unacceptable in the battle rap space for certain. You know what I'm saying? But in the music space, depending on what you're doing, I don't mind it unless it's something that, you're penning and putting together yourself. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm 50-50 on it all.
I don't like ghostwriting in battle rap at all.
Oh, I don't approve of that.
In the hip hop space, I only approve of ghostwriting or co-writing for hit records.
Okay.
I think every if and I think that an artist or a lyricist or a rapper should have a team of people, assisting with a hit record because a hit record will change your life. But that's just one song out of many. You know
But
what I
what
mean? Like,
defines that though? With the hit, because how do you? Because you don't know a hit record is a hit record until it's a hit. So where do you draw
well,
that
I
line
think
of balance
everybody
for
know.
that?
I think everybody knows what a hit record is. Like, well, hit records now are a little bit different. Like, hit records are manufactured right now. Like they've always been manufactured. Um, you know, a song that translates to a younger audience, a song that a short song, melody, you know, reading level below a third grade. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the hit record. And lyricists need help with that,
Right.
respectfully, because we're thinking from a collegiate level. So, but that's only if the lyricist wants a hit record. If the lyricist doesn't want a hit record, he should not have a ghostwriter or a songwriter or a co-writer. Period.
Okay. Makes sense. I just learned something new with that, man. um.
Yeah.
Also, Jid, man, he just recently said something in regards to M changing verses after he hears, I guess, the Future's verse. I never saw nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like there was anything wrong with an artist changing a verse. I feel like that's something that happened throughout hip hop for since the beginning of time. Do you find that off-putting or odd that he said that and put that out there, especially on M's name? Like,
Um. uh, Where did he say this? Because I tweeted, I did a breakdown on it on my IG page,
yeah.
but I never actually seen it be said. So I want to make sure that he actually said
And
this.
I was gonna ask that
I
too because I only went off of what I seen you posted, so I'm just having
Yeah.
yeah.
So okay, cool. So I don't know if he actually said this. I used it as content.
Okay.
Um, but if he did say this, that's because he's a wild boy. Because like that, I don't know if I don't know if that needed to be said.
Right.
You know what I'm
Especially if
saying?
you had
Like
two
some
tracks with him, and it's like, what did you mean by that? If you said
right.
it, you know.
I just don't like some things just don't need to be said,
Hmm.
in my opinion. You keep certain things to yourself. It's
Right.
like, no, that's one of them.
And it's one of those things too. If this was said, we'll just speak on the topic of it with changing verses. Like I feel like Busta and M and people have openly talked about this for a long time. So that's why I feel like it was an odd possible statement because it's just like that's what artists do. Like, would you say if you heard a verse and you're like, damn, he's kind of cooking, like I might have to rechange my verse a little bit? Is that not allowed? Are those things not allowed?
Um, I sent. This happened to me 2 or 3 times. I sent the verse in. Um, I sent the verse in for Royce to get on. I told him I needed 16. He sent me back 40.
Okay.
I didn't change my verse. Actually, I asked for 24. He sent me back 40. Same thing with Pharaoh Monch. I asked Pharaoh Monch for 16. Pharaoh dumped 24 to 30 on me. I didn't change my verse. But then I got songs where I sent my verse in to people and people changed their verses.
Right.
And I think, you know, it's up to the person, man. Like, whatever makes the record better. You know, when I got these records back from these two great MCs, I took it as the ultimate sign of respect.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take it as they were disrespecting me or they was trying to take me out. It was more like, yo, we respect you this much that we're going to give you extra bars. Then I got video shot with both MCs.
There you go.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Now I got some answering whys, man. This is like my final 7. I've been doing things in 7 here, you know what I'm saying, to represent the plague. I don't know if you caught that, but
I did not. I did not. Let's get into it. Let's do it.
So I do answers and whys, man, where I just ask questions and then I ask you why. So my first question is gonna be, what's more important to you, bars, delivery, or both, and why?
Delivery. You got to say that shit right. Delivery to me matters more than the bars. The bars. How you say shit is very, very, very important.
I agree. I definitely agree. But sometimes though, it all depends though, because sometimes an artist can drop some bars though, and you're like, that shit's fire. And if you have the
What if the
beat,
bars is off beat?
yeah, then I can't get with it. That is
Always
true. Delivery
delivery
matters.
is always gonna be number one.
Okay. I can get with that though. I respect that. I respect that. Best battle rapper in your opinion between Murder Mook or Loaded Lux?
Murder Mook.
Murder Mook.
Yep.
And why? If you don't mind me asking.
I just think Mook breaks down his opponents a little bit better than Lux does.
Okay.
You know, Mook is gonna be he's gonna be visceral with it. So I'm gonna go with Mook.
Okay. I can see that. They both rather entertaining to me, man. I think I'm gonna have to go with Mook too, because I feel like I've known Mook a little bit longer as far as listening to his battle, so I have to go in that aspect myself too. Better mixtape run, 50 Cent or Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
Lil Wayne. People still talk about Lil Wayne's mixtape run to this day. He's the 50 Cent, like
Different times though, I feel like too.
50 Cent. He put out like 3 or 4 of them shits, but Wayne shit changed everything, man. Like Wayne shit. It's just a different energy around the Wayne shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Wayne.
So I'm gonna go 50. Wayne, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, and I agree, and I hear what you're saying with Wayne, but I feel like Wayne was in that stream era where mixtapes were on the CDs and the bootleg, so he caught it at like a really good time. And when the mixtape started to slowly change and get into the rollout album and things and shit like that, but I gotta go 50 because of the consistency, the sound, and not necessarily rapping. You know what I'm saying? Because like obviously Wayne barred off like crazy on all of his mixtapes, but I think 50 just had music. You know what I'm saying? Like you was listening to 50 mixtapes thinking that they was albums sometimes. Versus Wayne's, you was listening to them shits, you like, I'm gonna get straight bars and some rapping on this shit. So if I'm going for the music side of it, I'm gonna have to go 50 in my opinion.
Okay. I'm not mad, but yeah, I'm gonna have to say
Sticking Wayne, huh?
Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect it, you know what I'm saying? And Wayne's been getting a lot of flack lately too in the last, like, probably since the Carter 6 came out, but you know, with LaRussell's comments and everything, and just where people feel like Wayne's music doesn't have substance and everything, which that is actually what I'm gonna close with. But I'm gonna get to the next one though. Better storyteller, Nas or Big?
Nas, Nas has he just has the he has the time. He has the
Yeah,
time.
longevity matters. I feel like
He
the
has the
track for me
longevity.
was Rewind. I think Rewind might be one of the best storytelling tracks of all time for me. Between that and Story to Tell,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
that's just
I
because
got.
he spit the story backwards.
Yeah, yeah. I got Nas. I got Nas.
Okay. My next question is what more important or what means more to you, swag or moxie? They're kind of similar, but they have different characteristics that are a
You
little
said
bit different.
swag or what? Or what?
Moxie,
What?
swag or moxie, like having
What the?
swag
What is?
or the moxie.
What is? What is Moxie?
So moxie is similar to swag, but it's like a determination of character. Um, Let me pull up the definition again one more time.
I'm gonna
Determination,
have to
nerve,
go.
spirit, often described as grit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with swag.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't even know what Moxie means. So I'm gonna go with swag.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. See, I would have thought you would have chose Moxie because you've been working super hard. You're grinding.
Nah, that's a brand new. That's a brand new
It's a
word
brand
for
new
me.
word
So
for
I'm
you.
going with my.
All right, well,
Going with
welcome, welcome. You learn
I'm going
something
with
new every
swag.
day. I'm glad I can bring that to you. And then my final question for this one here, answering why is who had the greatest peak between 50 Cent, Jay Z, and Eminem?
Who had the best peak?
Yeah, who would you say had the best peak
50
between them
Cent.
three?
50 Cent, Jay Z, or Eminem?
Yeah,
50 Cent.
I'm gonna go M. 50 because of
Yep.
the debut, because of his debut. You think? Why so?
Yeah, yeah, that debut. 50 Cent's debut shook the core of hip hop. We hadn't seen anything like that since like Snoop.
But see, I feel like with M though, you could say the same thing. As soon as his first album didn't do that as much as the second album did. So I feel like his first album kind of just introduced us, but it's still second and thirds, and like he became a mega star, and and changed the landscape of how MTV was playing music videos, inviting artists up there. I think M had a larger
Respectfully, he
peak.
was white.
This is true. This is true, and we know
Respectfully.
the consumers of hip hop are mostly white. Sometimes when
Look
it
at
comes to
look
buying
at
things.
50 Cent was shot 9 times, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going with 50 Cent, man. I mean, you could go with him if you
I
want.
mean,
That
I
shit
got 50 in a
prerogative.
cold second. You know what I'm saying? I got 50 in a cold second,
It's
but
50, man. It's 50, bro.
I just feel, I'm with you on 50, but I think M just opened up the game a little bit more too internationally. I think just the impact wise for that too. I think he did something that no other rapper like a Jay or 50 could have done. That's the only thing. But because he's white though, that is definitely because he's white. M will tell you
He's
that
white.
himself. Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna disagree with that. I will not. And the last piece here, man, before we get up out of here, man, I just wanted to just ask about the Lil Wayne, like Russell comments on Lil Wayne. You touched on it a little bit. But do you not see where people are coming from with that though, in regards to just not the lack of substance because he has music with substance, but I feel like post Carter 3, and I think when he took that direction of doing the rock and roll and everything, I feel like that's when people were off Wayne, and then the bars lost substance and everything else after that because it became repetitive. Do you not feel that way about it, or his impact on how a lot of rappers became face tattoos, you know what I'm saying, the drinks and shit like that? I feel like he did inspire that a little bit, in my opinion, from watching it.
I mean, I can see how people could say that, but like again, it's Wayne, man. Like
It
he
doesn't take
has
away from
substance.
greatness.
He had substance, man. Like one of his most powerful songs came after Carter 3. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was dealing with drugs. You know what I mean? Like so I feel like, for me, respect to Lil Russell. He apologized. My issue with, what I'm saying, my issue with Lil Russell was he was insulting fans for his opinion.
Mm,
And then he was also he started to post songs and freestyle saying substance, and that's when it started to get a little murky
okay.
for me. So that's why I made my video. Now, I didn't say that in the video, but that's the real reason why I made the video, because he started to insult the fans who were against his opinion, and then he started posting songs and freestyles saying substance. And it's like, what are you trying to say, sir?
Right.
So, yeah.
No, I can see that, man. And I think at the end of the day, you can't disrespect the fans, and you always got to respect the craft of the artist, and you got to respect legacy. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you feel when you discover something as you get older, whatever, I think you always got to respect the legacy and stuff. Like for me, I was in agreement and disagreement, because I feel like quality over quantity is a big thing for me with Wayne too. You know what I'm saying? Because Wayne can give us a bunch of music, and the quality might not be where I would want it to be as a listener. That's all I look at
Right.
for me. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like that for Wayne. Like me personally, I was more of a Wayne fan when he was with the Hot Boys, you know what I'm saying, when he was 13. You know what I'm saying? I like young Wayne, you know what I mean? Like mixtape Wayne, I got into it late and everything, but my favorite Carter album is the Carter 3. And a lot of people don't like Carter 3. And I think he had some,
Yeah.
a lot of people hate Carter 3, but I was a fan of it. And I think he had some songs on there where he was talking about things with substance as well too. So I do disagree with it, but I feel like after Carter 3, some of this stuff might have lacked it a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, still Wayne, man.
Yeah,
It's Wayne, man.
it's the legends always get that it's them pass. You know what I'm saying? We always give the legends the pass, man, which I think we should, because they put in, if you put in 20 plus years in the game, you get passes. I don't care who you are, you get passes, man.
That's a fact.
We can feel the way or whatever, but we get passes. But I ran out of a lot of questions today, man. I think I ran through my sevens and questions and stuff, man. I definitely appreciate you sliding through, giving me the opportunity to chat, brother.
For sure, man. Anytime, man. I appreciate your reviews, your reactions, and keep up the good work, Beto. You're
Appreciate it,
doing a
man.
great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
All right, brother.
All right, brother, man. Take it easy.